Hi, welcome to the March Madness, the Shutting Door Giveaway Tournament, which might be the dumbest thing I've ever done. In round one, when the participants who liked my public page square off, we're going to pick random numbers between 60 and 90. But here's the trick. If the final score is less than 3, the trailing team gets to pick a random number between 1 and 3 for their final shot. So, here we go. You will know, based on this, that there's actually random numbers being drawn. Alright, the East bracket. First match, Joseph Grant versus Barbara Ann Branca. No relation to Ralph Branca. Alright, so Joseph Grant scores an 87. Barbara Ann Branca, 82. The winner is Joseph Grant. Now the second match, Nate Tower versus Joanne Hart. Nate Tower, 75. Joanne Hart, 68. Nate advances. Susan Mahan versus Bracken Hamlet. Now I like Bracken in this because his name sounds like bracket. So Susan, 66. Bracken, 75. And there's been no final shots. Next is Pasitos Jason Wells George, who I hope will lose because his name is just too damn long, versus Karen Lisner. And I'm voting Karen because I had brunch with her once. So here's that long name, 78. Karen Lisner, 86. Karen will advance. Sarah Hillary versus Cindy Bailey. Sarah Hillary, 81. Cindy Bailey, who I work with, 75. Sorry, Cindy. I will avoid you in the office. Mark Lottie versus Catherine Noble. Mark Lottie, 85. Catherine Noble, 69. So Mark is still alive. Tim Sermont, who likes and comments on everything I post. Thank you, Tim. It does not give you an advantage in the tournament. Versus Stephen Ramsey. So here goes Tim. 72, Stephen Ramsey, 85. Tim will not be liking things anymore. The final in the field of 64, Len Kuntz versus Jenna Hollistein. So Len, 80, Jenna Hollistein, 88, and that is the East bracket. Welcome to the Southeast bracket. We have some exciting games in this dumbest of all tournaments that the participants have to do nothing but like my public page. So there's 64, and we've eliminated, we've eliminated, fuck this. We have eliminated 8 participants already. So here we are for the Southeast bracket, which I call the effed up bracket because we got duplicate names in here because something went wrong with Facebook and they counted people's likes twice, and I didn't realize that until I did the bracket, so they have an unfair advantage. Nothing we can do about this. So here we are in the Southeast. Norman Wakesler versus Michael Fisher. I know both these gentlemen. So Norman, 82. Mike Fisher, 75. Patrick Simonetti versus George Milanopoulos. George is a rocker. Patrick, 79. George, 61. I guess he just didn't play that rock and roll too well. Priscilla Tennant Harrington versus Juan Zemenka. Priscilla, 70. Juan, have you seen this man? 84. I went to college with Juan. Just like Delaware, advanced in that NCAA tourney, not. The return of Bracken Hamlet versus Dennis Must. Bracken, 64. Dennis, 74. That was a must win. Joanne Hart versus Steve Brokan. Joanne, 80. Steve Brokan, 79. Oh, we're going to move to the final shot. Here goes Steve, and he's down by 1. It's a tie game. We go into overtime. We generate 1 to 10. Joanne Hart, 10. Stephen broke code 2. Joanne Hart moves on in OT. God, hold back the excitement. Sandra Story is now up against Andrew Turman. Sandra 77, Andrew Turman 65. Congratulations, Sandra, you have advanced. Priscilla Tennant Harrington, another repeat name in the F'd up bracket, has an 85 against Debbie Best, 89. So Debbie with a strong come from behind victory. Finally, in the Southeast bracket, Krista Clement versus Marie O'Reilly, a scrawler. Kristen 84, Marie O'Reilly 81. Marie O'Reilly gets a final shot. Can she get a three-pointer to tie? No, it's over. Kristen Clement advances. We will see you on Wednesday. Here we are for Thursday, March 30th bracket of March Madness book giveaway, and this is the Southwest bracket, which I call the awesome name bracket. So here we go. This is not the best, most exciting thing to film, but this is just proof that numbers are actually being generated. So, first match up, we have Annie Hobson and Melanie Vance Ryan. So, Annie Hobson, 79, and she is the winner. Chris Grams versus DeFoy. Chris Grams, always supportive of my stuff. So I'm rooting for her. 88. DeFoy 77. Third matchup is a very fun name. It's Divyenda Chakraborty against Army Dean. So good luck to you. 67. Army Dean. 89. Army Dean advances. Coming up is Carl Holmes and D. Ruff. D. Ruff, awesome in the Boston poetry scene. So, Holmes 82. D. Ruff 88. D. Ruff advances. Not too many final shots going on, but D. Ruff advances. We have Lillian Yvonne Bertrand now against One Way Run. It's just a page. One Way Run. So I'm kind of rooting for that interesting name. So Lillian, 77. One Way Run, 73. Sorry, One Way. You only had a one time here. Next up, Septarshi Mallet against George Wells. So Septarshi, 80. George Wells, 87. George advances. Aaron Dietz is now up against, if I can read my handwriting, that would be Pam Floyd Hawk. So here's Adam, 60, the lowest possible score, and Floyd 66. So she goes in. And Kia Alice Groom against Susan Christensen. So Kia, 78 to 71. She advances to the final 32. So that wraps up the awesome name Southwest bracket. And we will see you on Friday. So welcome back. This is the wild card round, the West Regional bracket, and we've got wild card contestants that didn't even like me but have supported me to fill out the final 64. So this should be a good one to win the book. Let's check it out. Round 1, West Regional. We have Kent Harrington and James Cohn, my former neighbor. James Cohn, Kent Harrington, 66. Jimmy Cohn, 80. Jimmy, you won't be climbing into windows anymore with that win. Next up, we have Anna Hewitt against Robert Vaughn. So Anna Hewitt, 85. Robert Vaughn needs a big comeback, 67. Robert, your grudge matchup with Meg Tuitt will not be happening. Congratulations, Anna. Bev Jackson against Gay Dugani. Bev Jackson, the scrawler, 63. Gay, 68. Gay advances, and she is another wild card participant. Next up, Katie Crazy Ray against Thomas Griffin Bartovics. So Katie's just crazy, 72. Thomas, 83. Way to go, Thomas. Robert County and Susan Tepper. Here's another wild card. Susan Tepper, 84 for Robert County. Susan Tepper, 76. So we've had no final shots or overtimes for a while. So Robert, you advance. John McGinley versus Meg Tuitt. John McGinley, 86. That's a tough score to top. Meg Tuitt, 72. John McGinley, you advance. Serge Gagne and Tracy Miller-Gary. Serge Gagne, he is a hockey fan from Canada and Connecticut. 88, almost a perfect score. Tracy, 71. Congratulations, Serge. Finally, the last of the 64. Kevin Daly and Lee Zahander. U of D Lee. Kevin Daly, 78. U of D Lee, 62. And that concludes the West bracket. We are down to the final 32. Hey there, and welcome back to round 2, the coin toss round. Timothy Gager here, along with Gabe Gager. Gabe, what do you anticipate for this round?
I anticipate a great show of sportsmanship, a nice clean matchup today. I'm very much looking forward to the results of this round.
Do you think more heads or more tails will come up?
Well, if you take a look at the wind today, the wind appears to be slightly southeast. I expect to see a little bit of both.
All right, now we're going to take you and show you our coin flipper, Caroline Gager. She has the responsibility of flipping the coin. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Our first matchup will feature Joseph Grant against Nate Tower.
Joseph Grant, isn't he currently located in the Bahamas?
Yes, he's taking a fine vacation, so hopefully he'll tune in when he gets back. And what is the result? Joseph,
It's a tail.
Tail, which means Nate Tower will advance. Next matchup, we have Brackett Hamlet as heads and Karen Listener as tails.
Karen Listener, she loves the snow.
She's always posting about those nor'easters and really happy about it. And the result is?
Heads.
Heads, Brackett Hamlet will advance to face Nate Tower in the Sweet 16.
King Hamlet, wasn't he just killed?
He certainly was. There was some sword or something.
Something like that.
Sarah Hillary will now face off against Mark Lotte. Sarah is heads and Mark is tails.
Sarah Hillary, I was looking through your Facebook. Is she your friend?
No, she's not my friend at all. She likes my page, but she's not my friend, so I can't really be rooting for her.
It's heads.
Sarah Hillary wins. Damn it! Last up in the East bracket is Stephen Ramy against Jenna Holstein.
Excuse me, Tim. Jenna Holstein, she wrote Drinking to Distraction, right?
It's a fine book. I have it myself, and I've been promoting it without distraction. And the results?
Heads.
Heads it is. Stephen Ramy will advance. Thank you very much for hitting the East bracket. And now we're going to cut to Gabe Gager for an interesting information on one of our contestants.
An interesting information indeed. Nathan Tower, founder of Bartleby Snoops, utilizes his mascot in hopes to gain some lucky powers from him. Alfred Lord Tennyson, how do you feel about representing Nathan Tower? I see, very insightful. And are you conscious of the fact that he is planning to cut off your foot and use it as a source of luck? Back to you.
Hi, sports fans, and welcome back to Bracket 2, Round 2, the F'd Up Bracket. The reason it's the F'd Up Bracket is because we seem to have a lot of duplicate names by mistake in this bracket. We put them all together, and what ended up happening is they all seem to have lost in the first round, those duplicates.
Yes.
Persistent Tenant Harrington not only lost once, but she lost twice. How does that happen?
Well, if you look at the corresponding rule of algebra, you will find that one who loses once tends to lose twice.
Well, let's get on to the action. We have Norman Wakesler, who is actually very nervous about appearing, and Patrick Simonetti.
He wears a red fez.
He certainly does. And the results, Norman will be heads, Patrick tails.
Tails.
Tails. Thank you, Caroline Gager. Patrick Simonetti advances. Our next matchup is Jan Zamenka and Dennis Must.
Jan Zamenka, representing Team Poland.
Yes. Here's the coin.
Heads.
Jan, you have advanced. And now Gabe Gager with a word from our sponsor.
This Southeastern round has been brought to you by Glacier Bay Toilets. If you need a flush, Glacier Bay is a must. Back to you, Tim.
Matchup number 3. Hold on a second. Matchup number 3 is Joanne Hart. She was one of the F'd up people in the brackets, and Sandra Story.
Joanne Hart, also one of the F'd up brackets people, was the only one to win in overtime.
In the entire first round, there was only one overtime, and Joanne took it. And the flip, Joanne is heads, Sandra tails. What was that?
Tails.
Sandra Story, you have gone on. There are no F'd up advances. And finally, in the F'd up bracket, Debbie Best and Krista Clement.
Debbie Best. Let's see if she truly is the best.
She'll need heads for that.
Tails.
Debbie Worst.
Krista, congratulations. Welcome back to the awesome name Southwest bracket.
Welcome back.
What do we know about the Southwest, Gabe?
Home of the Cowboys.
And home of some fantastic matchups. Our coin flipper is the lovely Caroline Gager.
Hello, everybody.
And we are ready. First matchup is Annie Hobson against Chris Graham.
Annie Hobson recently posted "Go Me" on the tournament page.
It just shows her enthusiasm. So go her. She'll be heads. Chris Graham's is tails. And the coin flipper has apparently lost the coin over there.
Heads.
The winner is Annie Hobson.
Go her.
The second matchup is Army Dean and D. Ruff.
D. Ruff, a fantastic slam poet, hopes to slam Army Dean.
Let's see how Dana does.
Heads.
Army Dean, you have advanced. Congratulations and welcome to the Sweet 16. Hold on a second. There seems to be a problem with our coin flipper. Let's cut to Gabe Gager and see what's going on. There appears to be an apparent problem with our coin flipper, Caroline Gager. Gabe?
Caroline, what happened up there?
I've been keep losing my coin, and I hurt my elbow.
She's been keep losing her coin, and she hurt her elbow. Well, I'm very sorry about that, Caroline. Do you think you'll be able to continue in the process?
I definitely will be.
She definitely will be. Back to you, Tim.
Our third matchup in the Southwest, the awesome name bracket, is Lillian, Yvonne Bertram, and George Wells.
Lillian has an awesome mohawk.
She definitely has the edge here. Awesome name, awesome mohawk. And the flip.
Heads.
And she advances. Fantastic. And last in the Southwest bracket, to advance to the Sweet 16 will be Pam Floyd Hawk against my hero, Kia Alice Groom.
Is she really your hero?
She's definitely my hero. If you don't know, Google her.
Tails.
She's my hero and she advances. And that concludes the Southwest bracket. Till tomorrow.
And we are back with the Wild Card West bracket. I am Gabe Gager.
And I'm Timothy Gager.
And we are here to introduce the matchups today. So the first matchup, James Cohen versus Anna Hewitt.
James is my former neighbor, son of my friend Rocco.
Tails.
And we have tails. Anna Hewitt is the winner of that round. Up next, Gay DeGonti versus Thomas Griffin Bartovics.
Keenich is his sixth man.
Who?
Who's the sixth man? Isn't it Nietzsche? Tails.
And Tails, who's the winner, Caroline? Thomas Griffin Bartovics. Tim, please. Shh. Up next, Robert County versus John McGinley.
Robert works in a real meat market.
McKinnon's Meat Market.
Tails.
Tails. John McGinley is the winner of that round. Up next, Tim, we have Serge Gagne and Kevin Daly.
Do they play basketball in Canada?
Well, if you count the Raptors, but I guess not really. And
Heads.
Caroline, the results?
It is heads.
Heads. Serge Gagne is the winner.
We're down to 16 possible winners, and this is the Sweet 16. And we've literally rolled out of bed to play this round of CeeLo. Now, CeeLo is a dice game. I'm not going to spend any more time explaining these games. So, if you want to go to YouTube and Google how to play CeeLo, it's about a 1-minute video. These rounds are going to be quick, and we're going to prove that the dice are being rolled with extreme close-ups. So, round 1. Here we are. First match, Nate Tower and Bracket Hamlet. Nate Tower, 3-3-1. It's a double threes. Bracket's got to top that. His high is a 6, and Nate Tower advances. Here in the Eat, Sarah Hillary and Stephen Ramy. Sarah gets a 5 high. Stephen Ramy for the win. 6 high, so Stephen and Nate, you are in the Elite 8. Here we are, the awesome name bracket. Sweet 16 to go into the Elite 8, and we are playing CeeLo. So here we go. Annie Hobson against Army D. Annie Hobson, extreme close-up. 6'5", 6 high, Army D. 6'4", Annie Hobson is the winner. She's going to the Elite 8. Lillian Yvonne Bertram versus Kia Alice Groom. It's the battle of the tri-names. So Lillian, 1, 2, 3, a straight, very good. Kia needs a higher straight. She does not get it. So sorry, but Lillian, you will go into the Elite 8 to face Annie. Upon further review of CeeLo rules, the 1, 2, 3 that Lillian rolled is an automatic disqualification. The winner is Kia Alice Groom. So she will advance to face Annie Hobson. Sorry for the screw-ups. See you in the poker round. Welcome to the Sweet 16 Southeast bracket, the effed up bracket. And here we go. Just to prove the dice are being rolled, I've got a setup in this. Usually these types of shots are reserved to selfies, but no, they're just going to be the effed up bracket. First match has Patrick Simonetti and Jan Zemecki. So here are the rolls for Patrick in the game of CeeLo. Patrick's got a 5 high. Jan Zemecki has triple 5s. Amazing, Jan. You have advanced. Way to go, Mr. Poland. The second and final match to get into the Elite 8 is Sandra Story and Krista Clemon. Sandra Story, 654, very, very good. The best possible roll. Good luck, Krista. Unbelievable. Time for a re-roll. How often is that going to happen? Sandra Story, 642, 6 high. Go, Krista. Double fours. Krista advances to face Jan in the finals of the F'd up round. Hello, my head is on the chopping block for the West bracket. This is the wild card bracket, and let's see who's going to advance to the Elite Eight. We have Anna Hewitt against Thomas Gritton Bartovic. Anna, double ones, may be tough to beat. Thomas's double fours. Thomas Griffin Bertovic cannot be stopped. It appears that Anna Hewitt has thrown the challenge flag because they both pointed out and they both had threes, so we're going to see the official ruling. In the replay booth, here it comes. So they're going to review it, and we have to review and replay the down. It's Anna Hewitt. Five, 4, 1. Bertowitz gets the highest score, so even after the review, Thomas has advanced. John McGinley and Serge Gagne. John, double threes. Serge will need a higher double or a straight or three of a kind. Go Serge. Cannot do it. John and Thomas, we will see you later this week. Hello. Welcome to the Elite Eight poker tournament for the shutting door. This is your prize. Fabulous prize. How it works is we're going to do 5-card open face poker. Best hand wins, one hand, but 2s and 3s are wild. 2-point shot, 3-point play. They're your wild cards. Here are your decks pre-shuffled. We'll do a cut and a burn. East bracket. Finals for the East bracket. Nathan Tower and Mr. Ramy. Nate draws a jack. 4 of clubs. Pair of jacks. He's going to be tough to beat. 6-4, possible straight. Jack, Jack, 7. Queen high. Pair of jacks. A wild card will put... There's a wild card going to the last card. We have pair of jacks versus pair of queens. Nate Tower will not advance. Great comeback. We have the advance in the East bracket. Let's move to the F'd up bracket. Jan Zemecki versus Krista Clement. We have a red deck now. Cut. Burn a card. Jan starts with a 7 of spades. Krista Clement with a 4. Jan with the early lead. 2 spades. Queen high. 2 hearts. King high. Krista with the lead after 2 cards. Jan the 10 does not help him. Krista a pair of 4s. Jan needs to pair up or get a wild card. He does not. Krista, it's anybody's bracket right now. The final card. Jan gets a wild card on the last card. Krista needs a wild card or a king or a 4 for the win. She does not get it. Jan Zemecki is the F'd up bracket winner, and he will go on to the final 4. Awesome name, Southwest bracket. Annie Hobson versus Alice Groom. We have a blue deck. Cut and burn. Annie Hobson, 8 of spades. And that's a cool looking deck. Against the 10 of spades. Kia with the lead. Annie takes the lead with the queen. Kia 10-6. Not much going on in either hand. Kia can do a possible straight here. No one's paired up. Annie, ace high. Kia really needs that straight. A 9 or a wild card will give it to her. Annie Hobson gets a 3-point field goal. Pair of aces. The only way Kia can win is a wild card or a 9. Here's the draw. Wild card! Amazing! Kia Alice Groom is in the Final Four. Annie, we are so sorry you came very close. And that's not a cheat card. Here we are to the wild card bracket, the West. Thomas Griffin Bartowitz. We are going to call him TGB against John McGinley. We have here with us Thomas Griffin Bartowitz. We've flown him in from Austria because he is part of the Elite Eight.
Jawohl, also danke sehr.
Thomas, welcome.
Danke.
You stated to me earlier that you really don't know the game of poker. How is that going to affect you in this round?
Ja, also, ich habe gar keine Ahnung. Ich setze hier und, also, du machst die Arbeit.
Now, I know you've already purchased a copy of The Shutting Door. If you were to win the grand prize, what will you do with your second book?
Gute Frage. Also, ich glaube, dass Angela Merkel das haben soll.
Well, thank you for being with us. Hope you get the next plane back really soon, and good luck.
Also, ja, danke.
All right, we did the cut and the burn. TGB starts with a wild card. John, Jack of Spades. 2 wild cards. This is almost in the bag. John McGinley better get some wild cards fast. Thomas Griffin Bartowitz has now 3 jacks. John McGinley, Thomas has to strike out. John needs to pair up his queens to beat him. Possible flush. But it's over. It's over already. TGB, a 4-car victory with 3 jacks. It is over, ladies and gentlemen. That's our Final Four. We'll see you at the horse race. The horses are on the track for the Final Four. The first 2 horses, which correspond to our finalists, will advance to the final of the Shutting Door contest. The horses they picked: Thomas Griffin Bartowitz picked horse 3, Stephen Ramy, horse 4, Kia Alice Groom, horse 5, and Jan Zemecki, horse 6. How it's going to work is the first 2, how they finish out of those 4, will advance to the finals. Even if they're the last 4 horses in this race, it's how they do against each other. Now let's go to trackside.
The horses have now reached the starting point. They're at the hole. They're all in the gate. The field is loaded.
It's 2 laps. And they're off. First off the bat, 4 is Stephen Ramy, and 5 is Kia Alice Groom. So Stephen is in the inside slot. Stephen followed by Kia Alice Groom. And then Thomas Griffin Bartowitz, CGB. He is now in 3rd. 2nd is Stephen. 1st is Kia. Kia ahead. Followed by Thomas, but Thomas has dropped out. 1st is Jan, followed by Kia Alice Groom. As they round the bank, away they go. Kia Alice Groom has the lead. And who knows who's in the 2nd position? None of my horses are. Hopefully this will adjust. Kia Alice Groom in 1st. Who's going to pop into 2nd? I see Jan Zemecki. Jan, he wants that book bad. He's coming on strong. Kia in 1st. Jan Zemecki 2nd. As they head toward the 1st, turning down the back stretch for the final lap, it's Kia Alice Groom. Jan Zemecki in 2nd. Kia on the rail. And TGB has pulled into second position, and horse 4 Stephen Ramy made a brief appearance, but it's Kia, Alice Groom, and Thomas Griffin Bortowitz. They're halfway down the back stretch. It's Kia and Stephen Ramy now. Horse 5 and horse 4, and they're pretty stable, if you pardon the pun, in that position. They're almost done with the backstretch, and then there'll be a very short straightaway, and then the home stretch. Kia, Alice Groom, Stephen Ramy, and Jan Zemecki are on the screen. Kia, Alice Groom, and Stephen Ramy. 1, 2 down the short track. It's Kia, Alice Groom, Stephen Ramy, and Jan Zemecki all on your screen. Kia, Jan, and Stephen, and they're heading for the finish, and down the stretch they go. Kia, Alice Groom, Jan Zemecki, Stephen Ramy. Who is going to take it? They're almost finished. Kia, Alice Groom, and Jan Zemecki. Stephen Ramy third. KGB not even on the screen. It's over! Congratulations, Kia, Alice Groom, horse 5, Jan Zemecki, horse 6 in the shutting door final. Welcome to the finals. Kia, Alice Groom versus Jan Zemecki, and this is the shutting door round. So here is the red door. I am going to shut this door, and whichever name or whatever side of the card is closest is the grand prize winner. Now about this red door led to a painting by Tisha Toomey, which became the book cover of the grand prize, The Shutting Door. Normally sells for $11. It's free to the person that is going to win the March Madness. Any of the contestants that have participated in the March Madness, all 64 of them, can order a copy of The Shutting Door, and I will let them have it for $7, or any number between $6 and $7. Just PayPal it, send me a check. There's 62 more of you. Let's do it. Let's do the final competition. We're going to shut the shutting door, and we're going to have a winner. Here we go. It's very exciting. Which name is going to be closest to the red side of the door when I open it? It looks like a tie. So we're going to do it again. Fuck my life. Alright, here we go. Let's try it on this side. Please stay. Alright, let's try this again. It's a tie again. I don't know what I'm going to do. And, oh, there's going to be a winner? There you have it. Kia, Alice Groom is the grand prize winner. Jan, you are very good in